everyone, and welcome to this week's isiLepark session. With me here is Mitzi Tan, one of the instructor for Art of Mindfulness event happening here in Nenek in Forest. So, Mitzi, can I ask you to provide a little bit background about yourself?
So I started off as a photographer actually in London, and however my time in London I realized that I have really bad anxiety. I had also depression, and I actually had to use pills for my anxiety. And when I came back to Malaysia, during COVID time, I realized that I do not want to be dependent on those pills anymore. So I started meditating, but it was so difficult for me to do meditation as someone who has anxiety for the rest of my life, since really young. So it's like anxiety is from one thought, jump to another thought, so it's never ending. So for me to start meditation, it was so difficult, so difficult. And then I found a guy actually doing the sound bowls, the Tibetan sound bowls on YouTube. And when I was listening to him, just breathing, I find my mind getting calmer and calmer and calmer. And I was like, hey, what is this thing? And I got very interested in it. And then I think last year I went to Nepal and I climbed all the way up to the Himalayas.
The ABC camp?
No, not really. It was in a village called Gatichina village.
Okay.
And that was where my teacher is. And then I learned from him, up in the Himalayas.
Did you went there alone?
Yes, I always travel alone.
Oh my god, but it's Nepal, it's not like London or...
But Nepal, that's the thing, a lot of people said that. But when I was there, the Nepalese people were so nice. They were so friendly, super helpful, and especially I was a woman alone. For example, the taxi drivers, they always make sure that I get into the building safely.
Then only they left.
Yes. So they're just really nice people. Very, very nice people.
And how do you find this teacher, this online?
I basically Googled him and I saw his reviews, and somehow my friends from Bali, because I was living in Bali for 2 years, and a few of them actually went to him before without me knowing, and then they spoke about him, and I just texted them like, hey, how was your session with him? And they all have good reviews. So I learned from a German guy actually.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really weird. But he was really good because he used to be a very famous DJ and music producer back in Germany, and I think he got like a spiritual awakening.
Okay.
And then he was like, oh, I'm just gonna sell everything in Germany, and now he got pieces of land up in the Himalayas for agriculture purposes, and also teach people how to do the sound healing. So for him, it's very scientific.
So he went from being a music producer to a more cultural based
sound
healer guru.
Yes, exactly.
So how long did you spend your time in Nepal when you met that guru?
I was in Nepal total 2 months last year, but up in the mountains it was just for 4 days. So it was a very quick course, and also because I play piano since 5 years old, so a lot of the musical theories make sense to me in terms of like the rhythm and how it makes sense for the brain as well.
That's interesting. I've read your biography in social media. You studied neuroscience.
Yeah.
How do you relate to that background with what you are doing now? Because in a way it's different, in a way it kind of correlates each other.
I would say it correlates a lot because I started off doing meditation. Then I did my meditation teacher's training in Bali, and it's all about how we use our brain. And neuroscience is all about how we use our brain and our nerves as well. So how does it correlate is where, I don't know, I just see it as something that I can add on into my sessions, because we go dive deep into understanding human behavior. Also, part of neuroscience is also psychology as well. So a lot of my sessions, especially one-to-one, my clients would come to me and they would basically open themselves up, and a lot of them, they have difficulties in their childhood with their parents, the mom and the father, and with this neuroscience background and psychology background as well, I can just guide them and say like, okay, maybe you can look into it in another perspective, and if you have anxiety, there are some tips and tricks that you can actually calm yourself down. So during the session just now, I was teaching people how to calm themselves down by just simply humming. Yes, and that's actually in neuroscience that I learned from neuroscience. Basically, when we hum, the brain can't think of other things.
Okay, that's
So it's just-
news for me. I didn't know about it.
So anyone got anxiety, when you feel so nervous, you just hum. Just even when someone's like, when you're driving and someone cut you off and you get so angry, for me, I would just hum. Yeah, maybe sometimes I want to express, I'm like, oh my gosh, this person. But I just calm
Press on
myself
the
down.
hum.
Yeah. Or maybe I just hum, and yeah, immediately I feel so much better.
Would you say it's safe for a person to like listen to this sound healing bowl while they are driving?
You can, in a calming state, make sure you open your eyes, obviously. But it's nothing really. It's just because when I play the bowls create a certain frequency, and the frequency, it's more of a slower frequency that calms down the brain. I would definitely recommend anyone to, before going to bed, listen to these sound bowls. It does help you in going into a deeper state, because I have a client, she got insomnia for I don't know how many years. She came to me and I did the session with her during the night, and after that she went to sleep for 10 hours straight.
Oh my god. Deep
few
dive.
Yes, a few of my clients
Slumber
actually
world.
say, they said, wow, I slept throughout the night deep, very deep. So this is the goal, to rest really well. Quality rest is very, very important.
In terms of in terms of the clientele that have gone through a session with you, how do they know about this kind of healing? Because if I were that much of a Google person, I would have no idea what sound of healing through the Tibetan bowl is. So how do they find you?
How do they find me? Actually, it's through word of mouth. In Germany wise, because I do workshops in Berlin as well, in Hamburg. They come from my friends, and then when I come back in Johor, it's actually through Atya.
Through Atya.
Because I did a session with Atya, and then she loved it so much that she
Spread the word out.
spread the words, and now the mom came to me, the sister,
The whole family.
almost the whole group of friends and family came to me, and just friends of friends. And I guess because people find it really nice within themselves, so they recommend other people. So yeah.
Do each individuals have a tailored amount of frequency that you would play to them? Like we have different size of bowls. Can you explain more about it? How do you tailor it according to people, because we are made different, right?
Yeah, definitely. However, I realized that a lot of people are so much in their head. So in terms of energy wise, I would think of how can I bring down the energy from the head to the ground, so the person is more stabilized. They feel stabilized within themselves, you know.
Do they need like to share a little bit of background of what the things they are struggling with prior before they went into the session?
Usually I feel it.
Oh, you feel it.
Because I meditate for quite some years, and sometimes I feel people a lot, and usually I can pick up like, you feel a lot of anger inside you, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's right. How do you know? I was like, I can feel it.
So does that mean you can feel me?
Yeah, I can. Right now, I can.
I feel exposed.
No, you don't have to. It's just human, It's just a part of being human. That's it.